everyone, I'm Dale and I'm the owner of this Motorino XPE, a bike that I've had for 7.5 years now. Wanting a little closer, okay. I wanted to talk about this, why I bought this, and who is this bike, like who continues to buy this bike. And the reason I bought it, and this is in another video as well, but basically I jumped off a ladder and I hurt my leg, and the chiropractor said that I needed, that there was gas buildup in one of my joints, and so after riding a regular pedal bike I couldn't ride it anymore. It was just too difficult, too much pain in my knee. So a year later this style of bike began to make the rounds on television and news stories. I went right down to Sports Rent in British Columbia and I bought it, and you know, it made a world of difference for me. I couldn't ride a regular bike, as I say, but this I only had to pedal. The first one I only pedaled just to get it going, and then you know I was able to freely use the throttle to get around. And you know, I went to work and back and all the places I had to go, and I didn't have to slow down. You know, of course it's an economic issue too, for a lot of people. You know, it's expensive to own a car for some people, but these are a lot cheaper, and of course they're easy for people to get around with. So that's originally why I bought it. Well, once I got it, I loved it, you know, I must say, and you know, I've continued to buy them, and you know, they're wonderful machines. You know, they are, it's true, they are, you know, a green technology. They are disruptive, I know that. I know the highest demographics of people that buy these bikes are older people, not surprisingly, because they're very comfortable. You have the big wide seat, and you know, I know that other electrics have cruiser seats, but they are not as comfortable as this. They're low to the ground, they're easy to drive, they're easy to steer, they're economical for people that have real economic difficulty, and so this provides them freedom and independence and mobility for people to get around. There are other fringe cases too. People, when I say fringe, I mean lesser use, but I know of two mothers who have used this to transport their children to school and around with them. And the laws in BC, you need to be 12-year-old or less to be on the back of a bike. So people have their own reasons for buying them, and you know, they're invaluable for, it's not just people who have lost their license, and you know, I mean, there is that demographic of people, of course, you know, but there are also, I know that when my wife was in the hospital, you know, at Vic General, and for those of you who live in British Columbia, you'll know that in 2017 there was the big dig in full swing where they were building the Mackenzie overpass. I went up to the hospital twice a day because I had this. And if you know Burnside Gorge Road West, or if you know the Trans-Canada Highway, then you'll also know that, you know, the traffic is near impossible to get through. But with this thing, with the bike, I was able to get through twice a day, and you know, it made a world of difference because we had pets and responsibilities back home. You know, I was able to do all of that and still go up to the hospital twice a day, and you know, pick up supplies, medications, foods, other things that my wife needed. So it was invaluable at that time, and so for me that was a time where it was a real need, not just a convenience. So there are these cases where, you know, it really has made a difference in my life, and so I'm sure I'm missing many things, but I think that's all I have to say about that. This is Magic, by the way. He's a good guy, wonderful guy. Okay, thanks everyone.